Deuce.
Deuce.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 10th episode of the Deuce, a twice a week talk show sponsored by HPG, where myself and Mike Simzak, right next to me, will be running through all the latest, greatest, lamest, and funniest stuff going on in the world. The show is called The Deuce for obvious fact. There's two of us, and this is twice a week. No other reasons at all. Today's Wednesday, May 13th. Let's kick off this week's episode and get the promo out of the way with a promo product that you're liking a lot more of. Mike Simzak, what are you liking / using?
The signature collection coaster from Origadio. It's a multi-tool. It's got all these different tools. It's got so many tools I don't even know what to do with it. But most important tool right here, bottle opener. I also really love, I don't know if you can see it in the light, the tone-on-tone decoration. Nice and sleek, low profile. Great piece. I love it. Signature collection coaster from Origadio. What's on your...
I like the signature collection coaster too. You can throw them like ninja stars and literally probably kill someone with it. I like all the HPG premium brands stuff, specifically the Trek bike. It's spring, it's nice out. Ride your bike, exercise, get out, get a Trek bike from HPG premium brands. There's only a few places you can get a bike in the promo industry. Get a Trek one. It just sounds safer, and they've been around for probably a long time. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not a promo bike. It's like a legit company.
Yeah, it's not a promo bike. It's a Trek bike. Like, I'm not going to ride down the street with some Alibaba off-the-shelf China bike, right? If I'm riding a bike, it's got to be a Trek. Shameless plug. Best thing you saw on the web today or something you saw in the last couple of days, Mike Simzak, is there a story or something that really...
Yeah, this was yesterday. And man, this guy's making news left and right. Mr. Elon Musk. Two little quick stories. His baby's name that he named, which is another jab at California, because California also doesn't allow you to use anything outside of the 26 alpha characters. So his baby's name, I have to check my notes, is, well, I'll spell it out, X, an A that's kind of slanted next to an E, and another A, a dash, and a 12. But it's pronounced X-shy A12. The X is for being an unknown variable, which every human, I guess, is. The AE thing is artificial intelligence, but in Japanese it means like love, and the A12 is a dedication to his favorite plane. So crazy name out there, nothing expected besides being absolutely bonkers. Another little fun fact, my number 2 for Elon Musk, is he's selling all of his properties, one of which I guess he used to own Gene Wilder's house.
Yeah.
Currently owns it, and he says whoever buys it must sign the agreement to not wreck it, not change it, not do any sort of construction, because it's just so crazy. None of like the shelves, I guess, are like even. There's all these secret passages and different rooms within the house too. So awesome job, Elon Musk.
There's Oompa Loompas chained up in the basement probably still.
What's your story?
I like what we're talking about, just rich guys today. A fellow rich guy, Mark Cuban, did over the weekend. This is just a flex move showing how rich Cuban is. So I think Cuban doesn't really love the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott. He wanted to kind of see if businesses were actually complying with COVID parameters to reopen. So the governor said that they're going to start opening up restaurants on May 1st at 25% capacity. So Cuban hired like 300 mystery shoppers to go into all these establishments to check to see if they were actually complying, and only 4% of all the businesses were complying.
Jeez.
1, Cuban, awesome. 2, I'm not surprised. All these governors trying to reopen states sooner rather than later. Like, make sure you got your restaurants and all your retail stores in check. Send out your own mystery shoppers to make sure that they're complying before you green light to open up businesses. Keep everyone safe. Good for you.
It's tough for a business just to stop on a dime and all of a sudden be compliant on all these different things that they have to have. I'm sure barriers and processes set up. So yeah, I'm sure they're not ready for it. What's your sports update, man? What's going on in the sports world with you?
So random stat. I know you like the website WTFstats.com. Since today and tomorrow and the next day, so the next 3 days mark the single longest stretches without any games being played in the 4 major sports: MLB, NFL, NBA, and if you count NHL as a sport. Prior record was the 81 MLB strike of 58 days, and before that, 23 days on the MLB Players Union strike. Kind of crazy. This has been such a long time without sports. NASCAR is coming back in 6 days. I know you're so excited, Mike.
Yeah.
And Nadav is really excited, but crazy stat. And one other stat for you, Mike. Since people are up to date on The Last Dance, a fun Dream Team fact is that during the entire Olympics, the 92 Olympics, they never called a single timeout, and they won by an average of 44 points a game.
44, good number.
No timeouts. How do you not call a timeout?
Yeah, not even one. Just to sub Jordan out to give him a breather.
Throughout the whole Olympics. So
try to get what was it? The Christian Leitner. Try to get him some junk time.
Yeah. What's your sports update?
Well, it's going to be baseball-esque, but first I got a question off of your prior update from a prior episode. Mike Tyson, he's looking like crazy in shape. How many of your average friends would it take, do you think, to beat up Mike Tyson? You plus how many of your friends?
Oh, at least 12 of us. Like, there's no way. Yeah, you're like trying to fight off like a rhino mixed with a tank, mixed with a gorilla. And like, it's impossible. It's 12 people for sure.
For sure, because one swing, he's lights out one swing.
Yeah, and if you had weapons, 11, because it's still not even affected at all. But yeah, Tyson's in great shape, it looks like. And I don't know who he's going to fight for this charity fight.
I don't know. Holyfield, I thought I had read.
Well,
yeah, he said he wants to come back to finish up the trilogy.
I would put all of them.
He's got to wear
ear
masks.
Yeah. What's your sports update?
Yeah, the other update I had is it looks like baseball and the Players Association and the owners are trying to come to an agreement. So the initial broad terms of this potential agreement would be a 50-50 split of revenue for the whole season, which is going to be now lacking a lot of that fan revenue that they're used to relying on. 82 game schedule instead of 162, starting up in early July. 14 team postseason instead of the normal 10, which is interesting. Try to get more people in there, gain a little bit more excitement in. I guess that would be November instead of October for the postseason. DH for both leagues, interesting as well.
Pitchers should just never bat anyways. It's just
that could be a whole nother Deuce episode, but I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I really do agree. But there's nothing better when that pitcher hits a home run.
Madison Bumgarner, probably the best batter of a pitcher ever.
Mark Pryor was a good one too, I think.
Yeah.
And then trying to stay super regional games will only be against divisional and regional opponents. AL West teams, for example, will only play AL West teams and NL West teams as well. And you get more players on your roster too. And of course, no fans in the stadium. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on that one, and hopefully we get some not Korean baseball here in America pretty soon.
I'm liking the Korean baseball though. As an Oakland A's fan, I love the AL West NL West rivalry. The AL West is the toughest division in baseball, anyways, right now. So you put the NL West in, it gives the AL West teams couple more wins under their belt, and no one goes to Oakland A's games anyway, so no fans in the stadiums. Should be perfect.
Yeah, I like it too. 82 games, more pressure per game to try to win to get in the playoffs. So
I still say kick it off on 4th of July. That's as American as it gets.
You are on film saying so.
Yep.
All right. When you're not watching Korean baseball, what are you watching, man?
Sports again. Last Dance, loving The Last Dance. I finished episode 7 last night. I will watch episode 8 tonight. I need more of this. Make this a 20-part miniseries. Like, I don't even care. The Jordan one hit home in episode 7. Spoiler alert. They talk about the death of his dad and going to play baseball. And I just remember being like 10 years old when all this was happening and like begging my parents to take me to a minor league game to watch Jordan. I did get to see Jordan live in 94. Or not, no, maybe it was 92 when I first moved here to the Bay Area at a Warriors game against the Run TMC Warriors. So that was the only time I ever saw Jordan live, but Last Dance is just crushing it right now.
It's so epic.
I don't even know the rating.
I could eat up 20 more of them without a doubt.
I assume the ratings are like through the roof on this thing too. What are you watching on TV?
The other night we watched the Jerry Seinfeld stand-up special, 23 Hours to Kill. It's crazy to think the man is 60 plus years old, but everything he was saying, it was totally hitting with me. Me and my wife were, LOLing all over the place. It was hilarious though, and he really, really, really killed this special. So awesome for Seinfeld. And also in sad news, Jerry Stiller has passed. Awesome actor, awesome, just crazy guy coming in talking Festivus and and whatever he was conjuring up with Kramer and everything else going on. So
I think we should do a whole Seinfeld episode. I still every night watch Seinfeld from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning on KTV channel 2. I'm an avid Seinfeld fan, and I've seen every episode, but there's so many things as you get older you just appreciate. Feel good. What's your feel good story? Something you saw in the news that really either pulled at your heartstrings or just made you feel good inside?
Well, this one pulled at my tummy strings. I got 2 quick food stories here. So first one was the story of a grandfather who delivered Dunkin' Donut munchkins to his grandchildren a quarter or so mile away via drone. So surprising that grandpa can operate a drone with that much accuracy. But I'm asking, where's my donut drone? I need a donut drone. Where is it? Please come to my house.
How many munchkins can the drone carry, you think?
I would go 16.
No.
Well, it depends what kind of drone.
Yeah.
It's not the Flyington. It's not the Huffington.
Yeah, that's true. The Flyington could carry maybe 1 crumb. But there's a Bay Area startup here that's doing some drone delivery in like San Mateo County, and they said a pound or less. So
what?
Yeah, I don't think a donut munchkin is an ounce. So we'll have to check your math on that. But I'm not eating Dunkin' Donuts anyways. It's just like, I don't know. It's such an East Coast thing. There's way better donuts in the world.
Oh, for sure. Sidecar Donut here in Newport Beach. Plug. Shame. Give me
Blue Star Donuts, Portland, Oregon. Best donuts ever.
And my second food story is the chef Cara. Haltenwenger was famous in the LA area for her sandwiches and doing a lot of catering in LA. People crave them so much they were hitting her up on Twitter to try to make some. So what she would do would be make these sandwiches out of her apartment, but she's on the 4th story. So she would literally like rope and bucket these sandwiches down to people and customers down below off of her balcony, get the money back up, and she would sell about 50 sandwiches during the 3-hour lunch rush. So kudos for her for being innovative, and sandwich looks bomb. I don't know if we can see, we can get a picture up here, but it looks really, really tasty. So
where is she?
Good for her for being innovative and a hustler and dealing with the times.
Where is she? New York or where?
LA.
Huh. My story is about the 75-year-old volunteer, Terry Lauerman, who's in Wisconsin, who goes to a animal rescue or animal shelter every day and naps on the couch with cats. This is pretty awesome. I am an avid dog fan. I have a cat. I just prefer dogs over cats. Sorry, Jane the cat, who's sitting on my couch right now. But just going and napping on a couch, that's awesome. And so what he does is he sleeps for an hour, and then if he wakes up, he'll switch cats or whatnot. But he's been doing this consistently for quite some time. And then finally, like the animal rescue finally said, okay, we need you to fill out some sort of like volunteer paperwork to be an official volunteer here. But as you can see in all the pictures we just had coming up there, this guy just literally just sleeps on the couch with cats all day. Pretty awesome.
Dang. I want that volunteer job. That's the best volunteer job ever. Instead of like raking leaves or other stuff, just napping.
I know you have no desire to move to the state of Wisconsin, but if you do, you could sleep on the couch with this guy and some cats. Anything else you want to add today in closing before we wrap up today's episode?
No, everybody just continue to stay safe out there. Promo world, the rest of the world, everybody stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Truly appreciate it.
I agree with Mike Simzak. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today to the 10th episode of The Deuce for Wednesday, May 13th. Yeah, we've made it 10. Be sure to tune back in this upcoming Friday for our next episode. We'd like to thank our sponsor of the show, HPG, our producer, Jeff, director, Ben, and the rest of the team behind the scenes. Be sure to subscribe below. Stay safe, everyone. Deuces.
Whoa!
This is my favorite part coming up right now.